first of all, we have to make sure that the numerator has a lower highest power of x in the than the denominator. So in the numerator, the highest power of x is 2. In the denominator, the highest power of x is x cubed after you expand everything. So this is an improper algebraic, a proper algebraic fractions. We don't need to use long division. Now we can do the partial fractions decomposition. So now we need to identify the forms we have to use. Because of the simple distinct linear, we use this form, a constant divided by, and for this repeated linear, we have to use these two terms. So a constant divided by 2 plus 3x and a constant divided by 2 plus 3x squared. The next step is to multiply both sides by the denominator. On the left we cancel out, we have only the numerator like this, and on the right when we multiply, we're gonna have to multiply the first term, cancel out, so we have a times 2 plus 3x all squared, and from the second term multiply, we cancel out one power here, we have b times 1 minus x 2 plus 3x, and when we multiply, cancel out, we have c times 1 minus x. Okay, now the next step is to cleverly choose some values of x so you can find a, b, c as fast as possible. So here we plug in x minus 1 because this is the divisor of this factor and this factor here. So we plug in x equals 1, replace the x with 1, replace the x with 1, and here when we replace the x with 1 we get 25, and when we replace with 1 here we get 0. This term goes to 0, this term goes to 0, because 1 is actually the 0 of this 1 minus x. Okay, so this is actually 25, so a is 1. And then we plug in minus 2/3, so we replace the x with minus 2/3, minus 2/3. So yeah, just use your calculator here. When you plug in minus 2/3, what do you get on the left? Actually you're gonna get 10 here, and when you plug in minus 2/3 from here, you're gonna get 0, so this term goes to 0. Plug in minus 2/3, this is 0, and plug in minus 2/3, you get 5/3, so we have 5/3 times c, and the c is therefore 6, because yeah, just divide both sides by 5/3. Okay, so because we have the two coefficients a and c, to find the b we can just plug in any random number. Use something simple such as 0. So if you plug in 0, this is just 0, so we have only 8, and when we plug in 0 we have only 2 squared, which is 4, and we already know the a is 1. And when we plug in 0 we get 1, plug in 0 we get 2, and here we plug in 0 we get 1, and we already know the c is 6, so this is 4 plus 6, which is 10, so minus 2 equals to b, so we divide both sides by 2, we get b equals minus 1. Okay, after we know a, b, c, therefore the f of x is, this is the a, this is the b, and this is the c. So this would be the final answer. Alright, I'll see you again.